Welcome back to Nippert Stadium, where the construction and renovation continues. Tom Gelehrter happy today to get an opportunity to catch up with Bob Marton, UC Project Manager, as, boy, a lot of progress continues. There is action all over the site. We're standing just a stone's throw away from Bearcats Plaza. And Bob, let's talk about that here in a moment. Let's first go to the east side, where there is action all over the east side, including folks are starting to see that big walkway that'll connect all the second-tier sections on the east side together. That's being installed as we speak.
That's neat steel coming out. That cantilever steel is pretty sweet, and it's going to like hang off the back edge of the Shank Pavilion, and then it's going to be connected to the upper plaza by two bridges. So it's going to be something to see.
When we talked about 3 weeks ago, they were just starting to move up to the second level of concessions and restrooms over on the east side. Now a lot of that concrete is poured, and they're ready to start putting up walls on that side as well.
Right, scaffolding went up earlier this week, and the masonry work is starting. It's the second level is all masonry except for the concrete front of the concessions. So simple construction, but nonetheless important.
Also on the east side, all of the new light fixtures were put in successfully.
This past weekend, amongst the raindrops, right, we got the last of two brand new poles in, and they're being aligned now and working out the details there, and they're looking pretty proud.
All right, let's swing back over to the west side, and like I said, just a few steps away from where we are standing is Bearcat Plaza, where it has changed a lot. It was a holding area for a long time. After they cleared it out, it'll end up being complete here pretty soon, but boy, have we seen progress in the last month or so.
We have. Last time we talked, they were just getting ready to do the concrete deck. Now it's down, and they're waterproofing the walls, and they're going to be backfilling the earth, and then right after that, they're going to be lowering the retaining wall. So that's that steel structure that's holding back the earth while we built this thing. That's all going to be removed. And then the granite, as I've been speaking about for a good couple months, the weather's now starting to break, and we're getting ready to do the granite work again.
It certainly has transformed in the last 18 months. And again, that'll be an open space. There'll be tables and seats out here for students on a beautiful day just like this. Let's look at the front of the west side. Glass is pretty much fully installed, save where there's a few places that there'll be movable glass. The glass is installed, and most of it's now trimmed out as well.
It's coming along real well since the early part of April. As you said, the enclosures or the plastic tarps are for the operable windows. Those are all being assembled off-site, and when they come here to the job site, it should be an easy install. So those plastic tarps will come down, and the windows go in, and at the same time we're starting our air conditioning systems on the inside to stabilize the air temperature in there so that we could proceed with the millwork and all the final finishes.
If you look up from all that beautiful glass, you start to see purple coming in, which means the soffit working north to south as they continue to contain everything.
Now the purple wall board up there at the roof line is just about halfway across, and that'll be trimmed out with metal panels, so the purple will all be covered up by the time the job is done. So for now, it's just a symbol of progress.
The key in all of this is enclosure, which means painting is going on inside. Drywall is pretty much done on the 5th floor. There's tiling, all of those little things now behind the scenes taking place to get a little bit closer to some of those areas being finished.
A lot of the heavy-duty finishes now are kicking in full gear. Epoxy flooring in the back-of-house concession areas. We're pulling control wiring, we're pulling branch circuiting, and all those things that most people will never see, unfortunately, but it's all happening now.
We can show it to them right here. Conduit being filled that's something that's been up for a while, but haven't been able to pull in those data lines, been able to pull in the fire safety lines. Things like that now can fully be installed.
Sure, and we also have the sprinkler systems going in too, the hydraulic fire suppression system throughout the whole building. That piping has been going on. Unfortunately, I've forgotten to mention that over the past months, but it's been happening. We're working our way from 5 all the way down into the lower levels, and now they're cutting in the sprinkler heads now, those little round things that spray the water. So that all has to happen as well. Plus, we have to test it all out too.
All right, well, maybe you'll be there. Hopefully a hot day when you test the sprinkler system, Bob.
Thank you.
You don't want to be part of that?
That's not the type of test we're talking about.
Okay, well, sounds good. I won't be there when they do the sprinkler all over the place, but we'll continue to keep you updated as we get closer to September 5th. Nippert Stadium is looking great. Bob, we appreciate the time as always.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, that's Bob Marton. I'm Tom Gelehrter here at Nippert Stadium, where we keep you up to speed right here on Bearcats TV.